DeMarco Morgan is about 30 miles south of Houston in Dickinson, Texas, with the situation there. DeMarco.
Elaine and Christine, we have actually witnessed a number of those rescues. You can actually take a look at the pictures right here behind me. This is 45 and 517. We're on a bridge that is completely surrounded by water. But just look at this boat here. This is one of the rescues that we're talking about. And you have strangers who are literally using their own boats, their own equipment to go out and try and rescue some of their friends, some of their residents, and people that they frankly just don't know, just trying to help out and be good Samaritans. Also look to the right. This is a sanitation truck here. Not sure what they are up to, but this is just some of the equipment that we have been witnessing coming through here along with the Coast Guard. Norm, actually, if you go to your left and pan all the way to that boat there, this is another rescue. They've been bringing them closer to the bridge because we're, of course, on higher ground. A number of people who have had to be rescued. If you look on the other side of that Title Max title loans, there is still, we are hearing, still an elderly couple stuck in the attic. We talked to the son of that couple who was still on the bridge with us. Did not want to go on camera, but apparently they are stuck in the attic because their home is completely filled with water. Their cell phone has now died as a result, of course, because they don't have any electricity to try and power that cell phone and keep it going. Norm, can you get that Coast Guard helicopter there? The Coast Guard has been out here making a number of successful rescues, but of course they can't do it alone. We have a number, again, of a number of complete strangers who are doing the best that they can. Just look at this boat that's coming down the street. This is an airboat here that has been taking part at a number of these rescues. You also have people who are trapped inside some of these buildings as well. There's a Kroger grocery store. It was one of the places that many people had to run to just to get dry shelter. And now we're told that they are at the very back of the store because that store is starting to fill up with water now. Norm, if you walk with me on this other side, guys, sorry for all of this equipment here, but we're on a bridge, and I'm just going to show you how if you look to my right here, you can see that it is impassable, almost impassable. You have a number of cars just stuck on the side there. This is where we were trying to cross the bridge to try and get to Houston. Now look at this. This is to our left. You look to our left, it is completely covered in water. We've had emergency vehicles who are keeping people away from going through that area. And you see this charter bus right here. It is now starting to load people who were rescued. We had a truck full of people who had to be rescued by boat. They are now getting on this charter bus, and it's going to stay there, we hear, just to keep them dry. There was a 91-year-old woman. I think you can possibly see her. Looks like she's she's getting on the bus right now. She had to sit in my vehicle because she couldn't stand any longer, and we're told she just celebrated a birthday yesterday. We had a boat full of kids, about 6 or 7 kids who had to be rescued because the family that they were with, they were underneath the bridge. That's one thing that a lot of people do whenever there's a storm or a tornado coming. They always choose to go under a bridge for safety. That's never a good thing, especially when you talk about a flood. Let's go ahead and go back this way. Again, we're in the town of Dickinson. You guys said it, about 30 miles east of Houston. You see these boat rescues taking place right now. This boat right here looks like it is actually full of people here. People have been going by. Some of the folks who've had to be rescued giving thumbs up, waving, very grateful for the people who have been helping them as well. And before we go back to this boat right here, look at this, the current here. See how strong it is? You see that do not enter sign? That is the current. See how fast it's moving. So this is very dangerous. We've actually had to tell some people, do not go down there and get in the water. People have still been trying to get in the water just to go check on their homes. Now if we can zoom in a little closer to this boat here that is full of people. Looks like they had to be rescued as well. You have small children. We've even seen dogs, Elaine and Christine. There's a dog right there. We've seen dogs who've had to be rescued with their family members as well. And I'm sure they are excited and very happy. There they are waving at us. They are very happy to be safe. Yes, the little boy is waving. We're happy for them as well, but we still have a lot of people who are unaccounted for in this area. Again, that Coast Guard helicopter is at a standstill. It's hovering over some area. Usually when it's hovering, that means a rescue is underway. We've also seen firefighters, and I've showed you this side. Norm, let's see if we can go and show them the other side of the bridge, which is also pretty bad. It looks like Dickinson, most of the city is pretty much underwater right here. You can see on the side of the Taco Bell, this bus is about to come through. Let's let this charter bus come through. This is the bus here that has a number of the folks who had to be rescued. I'm sure they're going to try to make it through that water. But if you see right here, where they're crossing the barriers, look at that. Most of those cars, you have cars in the middle of the road, just stopped, mostly covered, completely submerged in water here. A number of restaurants, a number of businesses, but there are also neighborhoods, full neighborhoods and subdivisions with homes that are also covered in water. Again, we talked about that boat that had about 6 or 7 kids on it. We also had to give some of our towels away just to get those babies dry. So it's sort of like a collaborative effort where everybody's sort of on this bridge trying to help everyone that they possibly can. Just look at this dog, this family here with the dogs, and you have people who are also on the standing by on the bridge because they can't go anywhere as well. We knew that as soon as we crossed this little section here on 45, again at 517, that it would be impossible for us to get to Houston. So we knew that we would be stuck here. Again, authorities are telling people, if you don't have to get out in this mess, whatever you do, listen to them. Don't do it. People are still trying to do it. They're still trying to get out, still trying to go check in their homes. Leave your homes. You can always get another house. You can't get another life. Here's another rescue boat here. We've, again, seen firefighters out here as well. This looks like some of law enforcement here with this boat. Then you see this guy pretty much trying to walk it, which is something that I would never suggest because some of these signs are completely covered as well. Look at that. That looks like a boat full of people being rescued. We've actually heard people yelling for help. Those folks have been able to be rescued, which is a good thing, but we've seen people yelling. We actually had a relative, a grandparent, a grandfather and grandmother that showed up because their grandbaby and daughter was underneath the bridge. They got here just in time. They tried to go into the bridge by themselves. We advised them not to do that. Somehow, some way, there were some strangers who had boats who were able to get that 2-year-old and that child's mother to safety. We got a chance to talk to them as well. So you have a lot of good stories that are coming out of this tragedy, but you also have a large number of people who are unaccounted for. As far as the eye can see, guys, you can see that this street here, which is 517, those who are familiar with Dickinson here, 517, as far as it goes back, it just looks like a river, almost like a lake here with just buildings sort of trying to peek out at the top. But again, we are keeping our eye on this situation. We have crews, television crews out here who are trying to get the best shots, but also in the area and the line of danger as well. So you also got to think about your own safety while covering this story and trying to bring the information to you. But as soon as we get more information, we'll be sure to update you guys.
All right, DeMarco Morgan in Dickinson, Texas.